Hey Crimson fans, I'm Ashley Shanley here at Owl's Cafe with Traci Green, the Sheila Kelly Blanton head coach of the women's tennis team. And today, Traci's from Philly, so we're going to take her back a little bit and share some Philly cheesesteaks here at Owl's and get to know her a little better. How did you get started in sports? You grew up in Philly. How were sports a part of your life?
Sure, grew up in Philly, big time Philly sports fan, loved watching the Eagles, Sixers, you name it. My parents were really into sports. They always took me to sporting events. My dad played a lot of high school sports, also played in college. He went on to Tuskegee University. My mother actually played in college as well, on some national teams, and also coached at the collegiate level in sports. She coached lacrosse and field hockey, so being around sports growing up was something that was very natural to me, very normal to me and my younger brother. So I think it's quite fitting and it feels, again, very natural for me to be in sports now.
So how did your mom's career kind of influence your athletic career growing up?
Sure, it was neat having a mom as a coach. I get to go to practices after school every day and be around a college campus. I actually practiced at a place in Philadelphia, which was a college campus, University of Pennsylvania, which had me always on the college campus, and then being at Temple University, where she coached, was also very natural. Just being in the huddle every day after school was pretty unique. It was pretty cool for me at the same time.
So your mom's career kind of brought sports into your life. What sports did you participate in when you were younger?
Growing up, I did a little bit of everything. I did neighborhood softball, a little bit of track here and there. Never quite liked contact sports. My dad had me play, basketball a little bit if it wasn't for me. I could shoot, I couldn't play defense. But tennis kind of fell into my lap, so I took off with it and never looked back.
Some of those experiences were at the Arthur Ashe at his training camps. What were those like?
Sure, so I grew up in Philly playing at the Arthur Ashe Tennis Center. The name has now changed, but Arthur Ashe would make appearances there. So you got to meet him a lot, and he kind of took me under his wing as one of the players he was trying to develop at the end of his career. So I got to go to several camps down in Florida, and one of the big lessons he taught me over the years was the mental side of the game. Things about how to breathe on changeovers, get your breathing rate down, your heart rate down, things like that. Stuff that you didn't really hear about a long time ago that you hear about all the time right now, so he's really ahead of his time.
And what else did he kind of teach you about life in general, education, race, sports as a whole?
Sure, Arthur Ashe was big on education. He really preached to me as well as my parents about the importance of college and just education in general. My parents were always very big on education, so it was pretty natural for me to think about school. But when it came down to pro or college, he was a really big influence in that decision for me.
What kind of led you here to Harvard?
Sure, definitely the location, the people, just the overall environment of learning, continuous learning. We have amazing students here, work so hard, and I really want to be a part of that whole process and mission. Scholarship schools are great, but I think the mission of Harvard really fit what I'm all about as well.
Which is education, and you learned that from Arthur Ashe, who's a very prominent black tennis star. Two other very prominent female black tennis stars are the Williams sisters, so we're going to backtrack a little. What interactions have you had with them?
Sure. So I know them. I grew up, playing around them. What amazing people, athletes, people first, obviously. Grew up, they came to Philly a few times. My family hosted them, which was pretty cool. Later on in life, I practiced against them a little bit. I'm not going to tell you who won. Okay.
I was going to say, I heard that you won, so I was going to bring that up if you didn't.
I got to say that, right? I got to say it while I can. But no, amazing people, such an inspiration for our sport, not just for black people, for everyone. They've changed the game, seriously.
And so actually the very first black female to win the US Open, Althea Gibson, was honored in 2007, the 50th anniversary, and 20 other prominent black females were also honored. You were one of them. What was that like?
That was amazing. First, it was a surprise, it was a shock. Just to be higher, next thing you know, I'm being honored as one of the firsts. So that was a really amazing experience. To meet Aretha Franklin, like one of my idols, and obviously she's a legend. Felicia Rashad, all these really cool and famous people. And then to be down there on stage, celebrating Althea and her 50th reunion of the whole championship, that was just an amazing experience, and I was truly grateful to be included in the conversation.
So a group that you're actually on the board of is the Black Women in Sports Foundation. Why is that foundation important to you?
I'm on the board of the Black Women in Sport Foundation, and we're trying to increase the awareness and opportunities in sport for minorities and women of color. And I just think this is very important. So things that are important to me, that's what I'm a part of. I'm also on the board of Sportsman's. It's a tennis center here in Boston and Dorchester, and we're also growing the game. So things for me are about growing the game and also improving opportunities. So the more I can do that, the better I feel about my spare time, and I'm giving back.
So you've been a part of the tennis world for a decent amount of time now. You started so young and you're still coaching today. What has been the most prominent experience that has influenced your coaching career?
Sure, I can't think of one memory that sticks out. Just the overall process of watching kids develop, on a team, be a part of a team, and then work towards their goals, right? And then if they achieve their goals, it's even icing on the cake. But just that process of moving towards a goal is just an amazing feeling, and just being a part of their lives. For me, that's the best part.
Well, thank you so much for sharing all your experiences with me here today. I think it's time to enjoy some Philly cheesesteaks.
Let's do it.